As dawn crept over the city of Filmora, gently painting the world in soft hues, Melody tiptoed into her little guy's room, a playful glimmer in her eyes. She melted beside him, her breath a feather-light whisper as she blew into his ear, teasing him awake. It was the day of hearts, a day bursting with anticipation, Valentine's Day. The promise of surprise danced in the air as he stirred, a spark of excitement igniting within. With a mix of sleep and enthusiasm, he prepared to embark on a day filled with creative possibilities. Every moment seemed poised with whimsical potential. Melody embraced her little guy, lifting him like a treasure before spinning him around, the joy of the moment wrapping them in a warm, shared smile. Together they strolled along the path to the vibrant Scion School, beneath a sky filled with blooming bluish-green skylights that hinted at the day's enchantment. As they approached the school entrance, the curiosity in his heart quickened. The iconic blue lights of Miss Trunchbull welcomed them, twinkling like stars in a sea of bustling energy. Inside, he found his friend Sarah waiting in vibrant spirits. They exchanged knowing glances, a silent acknowledgement of the special day ahead. Today, lessons would burst forth in a symphony of colors, an infusion of red light adorning the usual bluish hues. It was a celebration, and love was their muse. Then Sarah's brilliant idea lit up the room, crafting hearts for everyone. Melody's little guy channeled his creative energy, shaping his first heart with careful precision. A whimsical design unfurled as he added wings, eyes, and a beak, transforming his heart into a delightful turkey creation. With a sprinkle of imagination, he dotted the heart, bringing it to life. As Sarah contributed glitter, tiny particles glimmering like magical beads, the heart became a masterpiece infused with love. The classroom buzzed with excitement as Mr. Turkey waddled over, a playful grin emblazoned across his beak. He recognized their creation and rewarded it with a cheerful tune. The melody of the Scottish small pipes filled the air, mingling with the laughter and joy that surrounded them. It was a day transcending ordinary lessons, embodying the spirit of friendship and creative expression. In Filmora, this was how love unfolded, through laughter, creativity, and unforgettable moments shared. As the day unfolded in Sarah's vibrant classroom, the air was filled with anticipation when Mr. Turkey made his proclamation. With a twinkle in his eye, he addressed the wide-eyed students, acknowledging that Melody's little guy had crafted a turkey heart, a heart that charmingly resembled a turkey. "I want to propose something to y'all's activity," Mr. Turkey declared, capturing their full attention. He continued with a flair that only he could muster, explaining that they would present their creations just like at a Scottish Burns supper. As the enchanting melodies of Scotland's brave tunes began to play, mixed with the soulful strains of Flowers of the Forest and other cherished songs, the classroom transformed into a magical world. Sarah, along with her eager students, especially Melody's little guy, waited patiently for the last echoes of the bagpipes to fade before resuming their heart-making adventure. With the Scottish small pipes silenced, joy erupted in the room as students returned to their creative endeavors. "I will be back in my classroom now," Mr. Turkey announced, clutching the turkey heart proudly. Just then, an unexpected phenomenon swept through, a bead storm. Tiny beads swirled around, raining down like confetti in a glorious indoor spectacle. As the excitement swirled, Melody's little guy dedicated another heart to Miss Trunchbull, boldly declaring, "My rules state that I will now love you," his playful spirit shining through. Seeing this, Sarah couldn't help but burst into laughter at the child's earnestness. Carefully, she wrapped the heartfelt creation and inscribed it to Ms. Trunchbull from Melody's little guy. Equally intrigued, she examined another heart adorned with a loving message in Spanish. "Te amo, me encanta la gaita." She approached the spirited creator with curiosity, remarking, "I don't quite get this or understand this, but I see who you're talking about." Remembering the Burns supper and the unforgettable encounter with the Spanish speaker, she expressed a desire to learn the language while marveling at the creativity of her students. As she added another heart to the envelope, decorated with a stick figure joyfully holding something resembling a gaita, she vowed to ensure every heartfelt creation was delivered to its intended recipient. As if one act of kindness wasn't enough, Melody's little guy, bursting with inspiration, crafted another heart with dual expressions. One face radiated warmth, while the other appeared peaceful. Between them lay a drawing of a first aid kit, a symbol of care and support. Brightly he inscribed, "I love you, Miss Choctaw," followed by its Spanish translation. Sarah felt a swell of pride and joy, knowing the seeds of love and creativity were being cultivated right there in her classroom. As the day seamlessly transitioned into the warmth of the afternoon, the classroom buzzed with excitement. Students diligently crafted heart-shaped notes, their innocence spilling onto colorful paper while combining traditional lessons with a touch of math. Each heart contained playful proportion problems, where figures danced alongside vibrant colors, merging creativity with learning. Suddenly, the atmosphere shifted. The door swung open, and an undeniable presence pierced through the cheerful chatter. It was Miss Trunchbull, her formidable silhouette casting a shadow that silenced the room. Nevertheless, Sarah, filled with the spirit of courage, proceeded with her task. With a gentle smile, she handed Miss Trunchbull an envelope decorated with a radiant heart. As the envelope crinkled under Miss Trunchbull's fingers, anticipation flickered in the air. Tentatively, Miss Trunchbull unfolded the heart, her stern demeanor softening as laughter echoed from her lips. The unexpected joy twinkled in her eyes, igniting the room with warmth. "It seems Melody's little creative guy has taken on my persona, all thanks to your blue-lighted spirit," Sarah exclaimed, knowing that the seeds of creativity and kindness Miss Trunchbull had planted were beginning to bloom. However, a stealthy figure snuck into the classroom unnoticed, a shadow lurking amongst the hearts. Intrigued, they approached the vibrant array, keen eyes scanning Melody's little guy's tender creations. The figure peeled open one of the envelopes, revealing a stick figure playing the gaita, words cascading like artful strokes of a brush. But mystery transformed into fury when the figure slammed the envelopes down, sending shockwaves rippling through the classroom. "I work with kids, and some of these words I don't understand." The figure, known as Miss Jenna, bellowed, her disdain visible. In a wave of indignation, Miss Jenna's actions sparked a swift response from Sarah, who defended the heartfelt creations. "Get out, Miss Jenna," she declared, fortifying her position. As Miss Trunchbull recognized the situation, she joined Sarah, ushering Miss Jenna towards the door, insisting those hearts belonged to cherished individuals. The final destination, the Choki, where Miss Jenna found herself enveloped within shimmering cyan lights, far removed from the innocent creations surrounding her. Meanwhile, Melody's little guy persevered, designing 2 new hearts filled with affection. One embraced the vibrant spirit of his mother, while the other captured Jessica's lively essence. Each heart echoed love's true form, one draped in warm hues and spicy words, the other adorned with swirling faces, reminiscent of joy shared within their world. And amidst the heartache of dismissal, creativity continued to thrive, undeterred. As the afternoon sun graced Sarah's classroom through the skylights, it transformed the space by filtering out most of the light, saturating the atmosphere with a striking cyan hue reminiscent of cobalt. The energy in the room was infectious as students reveled in the hearts they were creating, their imaginations coming alive. Among them was Melody's little guy, whose spirit seemed to glow brighter with each new heart he crafted. Having completed a couple of heartfelt creations for Jessica and his mother, he now dedicated his efforts to making another for someone he had never met, a mysterious dedication that pulsed with curiosity and hope. Armed with a piece of black paper, he set to work using filmora logic to carve out a heart shape. His meticulous approach began with red dots that meticulously outlined the edges of the heart, each dot representing his focus and dedication. As if in a rhythmic dance, he followed with white dots that traced the same pathway. Finally, blue dots came alive, accentuating the same outline with an aura of cohesion and vibrancy. At first glance, the perimeter of the heart appeared simple. Each straight and curved segment donned a tricolor palette, celebrating the beauty of unity in diversity. In the center of this black heart, adorned with the hues of red, white, and blue, Melody's little guy inscribed the words, "Proud heart of a teacher soldier." With an air of determination, he added his signature, "Melody's little guy." Suddenly, Sarah approached with a bright smile, offering encouragement and admiration for his handiwork. Inspired, he enhanced the outlines, adding metallic accents that shimmered like the polish of military boots. One side of the heart gleamed with red lights while the other shimmered in blue, with bright white illuminating the heart's center, a glowing homage to the structure of a boot camp. This artistic endeavor mirrored the layout of a training camp, the heart's arrangement echoing the orderly halls where camaraderie and learning flourished. In this carefully crafted creation, Sarah recognized not just an expression of creativity, but also an emblem of unity and the spirit of growth. It was in crafting hearts that children found connection and pride, much like the bonds forged in the heart of a classroom. As the vibrant piece came together, Sarah felt a swell of joy, knowing that in this act of creation, her students were learning about colors, shapes, and, most importantly, the depths of their own hearts. As Sarah approached Melody's little guy, a swirl of curiosity enveloped her. Thoughts raced through her mind about the teacher soldier for whom he was crafting a heartfelt Valentine. Simultaneously, the boy pondered, scribbling words and doodles, trying to convey emotions wrapped in innocence onto the paper. The air around them hummed with anticipation, urging them to take a step toward exploring the unknown, a world far beyond their simple, sweet intentions. With a shared glint of determination, they delved into a search for the teacher soldier online. Their eyes widened as images of a nearby boot camp flooded the screen, a kaleidoscope of vibrant colors adorning the hallways, resembling the hues of love the Valentine held. Each picture whispered tales of loyalty and camaraderie, evoking enchantment reminiscent of the magical city they lived in. Melody's little guy, with a heart full of hope, dispatched the Valentine on its journey, entrusting it to the sergeant, who bore the weight of anticipation while traversing gravel paths lined with memories. The sergeant moved with purpose towards the teacher soldier, excitement in his heart. Sounds of exuberance echoed around him. Shouts of Valentine's Day sentiments filled the air, intermingling with the brilliance of colors. Each shout enveloped the camp, creating a symphony of joy. As he approached, the teacher soldier was animatedly addressing his students, urging them to partake in welcoming the sergeant, a moment that transformed into an impromptu salute. The sergeant couldn't help but smile at the electrifying energy surrounding him as he presented the Valentine with flair, announcing with pride its arrival. The teacher soldier's eyes lit up upon seeing the colorful heart. Wonder danced within him, igniting memories of connection that seemed inexplicable yet familiar. In a moment charged with laughter, they shared a knowing glance as the sergeant contributed to the unfolding story of how the little guy had managed to capture the essence of their shared moments. The teacher soldier reflected with warm nostalgia about the time they had marched through the magical city, encountering a school awash in bluish-green colors, admiring the radiance that transformed ordinary spaces into magical places. An idea blossomed between them, a vivid acknowledgement that their worlds, though different, thrived on the same spirit of enthusiasm. Both men envisioned a future brimming with possibilities, where colors could weave new stories in their lives, integrating enchanting elements amidst the steadfast traditions, sparking joy in every corner of the boot camp. In the heart of boot camp, a spirited teacher soldier and a practical sergeant gathered with a shared vision. Amidst the echo of footsteps and the hum of training, an idea sparked within the teacher soldier's mind, a transformation of the stark hallways into an inspiring space filled with light and life. Reflecting on the successful designs at Filmora Academy, the teacher soldier proposed aligning the hallways with skylights, a touch that could bring a sense of openness to the confined military structure. The sergeant's eyes glimmered with understanding as he exclaimed, "That's exactly what I was thinking." Together, they imagined a space where natural light could wash over the walls, invigorating the atmosphere, even on the cloudiest days. When heavy clouds blanketed the sky, their vision included integrating red, white, and blue lights that would flicker back to life, keeping the patriotic spirit alive no matter the weather. The conversation flowed seamlessly, filled with the electricity of creativity. The teacher soldier envisioned a personal project too, transforming his own classroom with a similar setup. He dreamt of a central cayenne skylight filtering soft hues into the room, while maintaining the military's disciplined presence. This blend of functionality and aesthetic would cultivate a calming environment, allowing students to focus while enjoying the subtle changes throughout the day. The sergeant nodded in agreement, inspired by the possibilities. "I've thought about doing this for a while," he admitted, "but I never knew how to truly integrate it." Imagining the contrasting red and blue lights illuminating the hallways, they both knew the transformation was within reach. Back at Filmora Academy, as the day wound down and the mid-afternoon sun cast a soft glow, a different kind of excitement lingered. Melody, now prepared to gather her little one, held secrets of her own, a Valentine surprise that would bring smiles all weekend long. In the backdrop of their preparations, Melody shared her ideas with a friend from northwestern Spain, who was equally intrigued. They exchanged heartfelt messages, bridging the gap between languages while celebrating a festive bond that promised warmth and friendship. As they exchanged gifts and surprises, the joy radiating from each heart represented the strength of relationships formed within their educational haven. Meanwhile, the teacher, soldier, and sergeant continued to strategize, knowing that their innovative ideas could transform the very essence of their boot camp, creating a legacy of inspiration and community. As the day shifted from mid to late afternoon, a sense of warmth enveloped Melody and her little guy as they made their way home from Filmora Academy. The golden sunlight drenched everything in a soft glow, and each step they took felt like a dance, twirling through the light. In that moment, life was vibrant and filled with laughter, a perfect canvas for the love that would soon unfold. Suddenly, her little guy paused and presented a bright envelope with a flourish, his eyes shining like stars. "It's from me," he declared, his excitement bubbling over. As she opened it, a small red heart emerged, adorned with the words, "I love you." The world around them faded, replaced by joy as she wrapped him in an embrace that felt as though it could lift them to the sky. Her hugs were as fierce as the embrace of a boa constrictor, yet just as cozy as a warm blanket, swirling them into a whirlwind of affection. They spun around, laughter cascading around them, chasing away the cares of the day. Just then, Ms. Choctaw entered the scene, curiosity lighting her features. The little guy offered her another Valentine. As she opened it, she found another heart, filled with affection, reading, "I love you, Miss Choctaw." But confusion washed over her as she stumbled upon the Spanish words. The nearby Asturian kindly translated, "Te amo, Señora Choctaw." Surprise danced in Ms. Choctaw's eyes. "How did your little guy learn to write in Spanish?" she asked. A spark of intrigue ignited. Melody, caught between laughter and amazement, replied, "I did not teach him any Spanish." The moments continued to unravel as Melody's little guy handed another card to the Asturian, this time showcasing a stick figure holding a gaita. As the card opened, it revealed another heartfelt message, "Te amo y me encanta la gaita." At that moment, Melody's heart felt like a balloon inflating beyond its limits, swelling with pride and wonder. The Asturian man revealed, "I must have spoken a little Spanish while teaching him how to prepare and tune his gaita." Suddenly, everything clicked into place. Tears of joy mingled with laughter, creating a melody sweeter than any heart could bear. After exchanging heartfelt cards and colorful hearts on Valentine's Day, a gentle knock echoed through Melody's door, capturing her attention. It was Mr. Turkey, a cheerful ambassador from the vibrant city of Filmora Academy. His eyes sparkled as he announced, "I just want you to know that your little guy made a heart that resembled me." The revelation left Melody pleasantly surprised, igniting her curiosity. As Mr. Turkey elaborated, the warmth of a shared experience enveloped them. "Earlier today," he began, "I was teaching, and Sarah declared her class's heart-making activity for the occasion. Your little guy crafted a heart that he believed looked just like me, eyes, a beak, wings, and even tail feathers, all inspired by the enchanting magic of Filmora tomatoes." Melody's heart swelled with pride as she imagined her little one engrossed in creativity and joy. Mr. Turkey recounted his visit to the classroom where he declared, "Let's present your heart-making activity," much like they would at a delightful Scottish burn supper, complete with his Scottish small pipes. Suddenly, Melody spun around, her heart dancing in sync with her little one's gleeful revelry. Just then, a cloud began to swirl above them, releasing tiny, minuscule beads in a gentle storm, an endearing show of nature that was both an indoor and outdoor spectacle. The tiny beads fell gracefully, some landing in Melody's hair, tickling her and coaxing sweet giggles from her lips. They twirled and laughed, embraced by the whimsical charm of the bead storm, creating priceless moments together. Amid this joy, Miss Choctaw approached with an intriguing proposition. "There's a convention happening and they want me there. I figured you'd like to join, bringing someone along." Melody, with a hopeful smile, pondered who could watch over her little guy. Just then, another knock delightfully interrupted her thoughts. When she opened the door, Jessica appeared, brimming with enthusiasm and embodying all the joyous energy of Melody and Miss Choctaw. "I hear someone is heading to a convention this weekend," she exclaimed. Perfectly timed, Melody's little one handed her a beautifully crafted card. As she opened the envelope, a heart emerged, framed within the outline of a hot sauce bottle, with the sweet words, "I love you," inscribed. Jessica, bubbling with affection, swooped Melody's little guy into her arms, spinning him around as her hair flowed like a cascade, symbolizing the unbreakable bonds of friendship they all cherished. As late afternoon surrendered to the embrace of evening, Melody revealed a heartfelt gift to Jessica. "This is for my little guy," she said, her voice suffused with affection. It was a token of love, a reminder of the joy that family brings. Jessica smiled warmly, her eyes sparkling with delight. "I hope you have fun at the convention this weekend," she replied, her optimism illuminating the dimming day. Melody returned the smile, her heartful response a beacon of hope. "I hope you two have fun too," she added, enveloping her little guy in a loving embrace. She was reassured, knowing that he would be safe and cherished in Jessica's care. The comforting presence of Jessica mirrored the spirit of Ms. Choctaw, bringing a sense of security to the little boy's heart. As they departed from Melody, they strolled toward Jessica's home, with its porch reminiscent of Ms. Trunchbull's. Yet hers had its unique charm, adorned in a soft shade of blue that whispered memories of cyan, the hue cradling secrets of the evening. Suddenly, Melody's little guy, brimming with creativity, picked up filmora logic and conjured a glowing heart. He affixed it to the window, lighting up the space with a vibrant blue glow. Adjusting the brightness dial to maximum, his excitement radiated throughout the room. He quickly crafted a cheeky sign that boldly declared, "Welcome to Jessica Crunchum Hall, where my rules state that we will now have blue light and hot sauce." Pleased with his handiwork, he placed the sign in the window, proudly showcasing his whimsical spirit. Jessica, curious about the disturbance, stepped outside to investigate. She was instantly met with the sight of the pulsating blue heart illuminating the window, coupled with the sign that sparked laughter deep within her. The sweetness of the moment saw Jessica scoop up Melody's little guy, spinning him around as their laughter melded with the fading sun. Just then, Ms. Choctaw passed by en route to meet Mr. Arapaho before the convention. Moments later, Miss Trunchbull sauntered past, her eyes narrowing at the sign. "Welcome to Miss Jessica Crunchum Hall, where my rules state that we will now have blue light and hot sauce," she murmured, a smile creeping onto her face. Doubts lingered about the hot sauce, but blue light was a different story. She recognized the excitement it ignited. The chaos had created an adventurous little monster, whispering of mischief yet to come. As the twinkling lights began to temper into a softer cyan glow, Jessica and Melody's little guy brainstormed their evening plans. "Your mother has this for you as well," Jessica said, her voice filled with zest, hinting at sweet surprises waiting to unfold. The evening had just begun, and with hearts alight, they dove into the adventures that awaited them, each moment promising laughter and memories that would shimmer like the blue heart against the twilight sky. As the evening cloaked the neighborhood in twilight, Jessica and Melody's little guy settled down, his eyes gleaming with excitement. The aftermath of the bright blue glowing heart hung in the air, vibrant and ethereal, a reminder of an enchanting moment just shared. Jessica, filled with affection, presented the special something that Melody had gifted her little one, a treasure that delighted him beyond measure. In that blissful moment, the little guy, his innocent face alight with creativity, proposed an idea that sparked a whirl of joy. "I want you to have part of it as well," he declared, his sincerity evident in his tone. Jessica's heart swelled with warmth, and she replied, "I want you to have it more." With a twinkle in his eye, he then used filmora logic, a playful magic of his own making, to increase the size of their heart-shaped cake, adorned in swirling hues of cyan and red. Both eager to partake in the delectable treat, anticipation brewed within the small space as Jessica scooped him up playfully and spun him around. His thoughtful comment lingered in her mind, painting her heart with joy. Just then, a commotion brewed outside. A figure approached, peering through the window with disapproving eyes. "I work with kids, and I don't split hearts like that or increase their size," shouted a voice, accusatory and loud, breaking the warmth of their evening. Jessica, already sensing the interruption, felt determined to protect their magical moment, ready to confront the source of distress. It was Miss Jenna, bursting into their serene space unannounced, her demeanor sharp. "What are you doing here, Miss Jenna?" Jessica asked, her voice resolute yet calm. "I saw what you were doing earlier," Jenna insisted, her tone laced with judgment. "I work with kids and I don't do that kind of thing." With firm resolve, Jessica declared, "Get out, Miss Jenna, now." At that moment, Miss Trunchbull, returning from her leisure walk, noticed the tension. Acting quickly, she intervened, nudging Jenna away from the joyous scene, her own presence radiating the bright blue light that echoed their earlier celebration. Meanwhile, as Jenna was put in a figurative chokey, Miss Trunchbull's leave allowed Jessica and Melody's little guy to embrace their delight once more. They reveled in the vibrant flavor of the heart-shaped cake, celebrating a Valentine's Day filled with creativity and love, before deciding to concoct haggis adorned with mild hot sauces. Was it time to present this, Jessica mused? "Bring forth the bagpipes," she declared, selecting a Scottish playlist that resonated through their home, transforming the ordinary into an extraordinary Scottish Valentine's celebration. As the ethereal sound of bagpipes filled the air, a palpable excitement enveloped the space. The lively tunes danced through the hearts of those gathered, their spirits lifted by the spirited chant. After the last note faded, it was time for the much-anticipated haggis to take center stage. It was a moment steeped in tradition, yet sweetened by the joy of friendship and celebration. When Miss Trunchbull reappeared, the warmth of celebration intensified. Jessica greeted her with enthusiasm, presenting the idea of incorporating a touch of decadence into their evening. "I thought you might want to have this for your decadent celebration," she said, her eyes sparkling with mischief. With a wink, she referenced the vital role of Bananas Foster in their Valentine's festivities, prompting Miss Trunchbull's deep chuckle. "I knew you'd have that heart-shaped cake," Jessica added, the words dripping with playful challenge and lighthearted camaraderie. As Jessica declared her intent to use the clever filmora logic to enhance their celebration, excitement bubbled among the group. With vibrant colors in mind, she brought forth the mesmerizing Bananas Foster, taking the atmosphere to another level. Following closely, Miss Trunchbull unveiled a heart-shaped cake that radiated cyan and red hues, capturing the essence of the night. It was a sight to behold, a melding of colors perfectly evoking the radiance of love on this special evening. Warmth blanketed the gathering as they indulged in haggis mixed with a hint of spicy sauce, each bite igniting their taste buds. Jessica, ever the instigator of fun, posed a question that hung in the air like delicious anticipation. "What should we have first?" Melody's little guy chimed in, eager and wide-eyed. "Let's do the cake again." The energy was infectious as they embarked on mixing the heart-shaped cake with the glorious Bananas Foster, the combination transforming their palate into a vivid landscape of colors. It became a playful masterpiece, cascading in layers of cyan, red, and the sunny yellow of bananas. The moment was punctuated when Melody's little guy presented Jessica with a heart-shaped chocolate, whose texture mirrored the Bananas Foster. Jessica's joy swelled within her. She was filled with a bliss that seemed to overflow. As her heart felt like a balloon ready to burst, she scooped him into her arms and spun around, laughter weaving through the room. She knew she had documented this moment for Miss Trunchbull, hoping to inspire her in the future. The night held secrets yet to unfold, but for now they reveled in the magical blend of sweets and joy, crafting memories that would linger long after the bagpipes had quieted. Their celebration, tinged with affectionate moments, promised that the weekend ahead was ripe with potential and merriment. In the heart of a vibrant Valentine's Day celebration, Jessica and Melody's little guy was engrossed in the spirited ambiance. A beautifully decorated cyan and red heart cake, infused with the rich sweetness of bananas Foster, sparkled as they prepared for the evening's enchanting plans. Laughter mingled with the aroma of haggis, creating an atmosphere buzzing with joy and anticipation. As the night unfolded, an air of mystery cloaked their gathering, awakening whispers of secrets waiting to be unveiled. Jessica leaned closer, gently blowing into her little guy's ear, a playful gesture yet filled with intent. Was she reminiscing about Miss Choctaw? Hidden beneath her smile were perhaps long-lost secrets, a playful bond only she understood. Just as her little guy's eyes twinkled with wonder, the biggest secret of the night released its magic. A bead cloud floated gracefully into the room, shimmering as it caught the light. With each bead that descended, it sparkled like stardust, creating a gentle shower that enveloped him, gently lulling him into a peaceful slumber, a contrast to the vibrant festivities around. Yet, even in sleep, he was a conjurer of whimsy, sending a wave of filmora logic soaring into the night sky. This bead cloud swelled beyond the room, expanding over the city and into faraway lands like Galicia and Asturias, touching the storied soils of Scotland, Ireland, Wales, and England. The world itself seemed to be cloaked in a magnificent minuscule bead storm, wrapping around everyone in its soft embrace. As night brought slumber to some and vivid revelries to others, Melody's little guy vanished into a delightful dreamscape, encountering themes of childhood and whimsy that glimmered with the sound of the beating storm. In dreams, he was confronted by tall tales woven with Miss Jenna, who playfully chastised him for conjuring bead clouds while working with kids, humor sparking between their worlds amidst the rhythm of the beads falling. Jessica, meanwhile, was a shadow in the night, sneaking about to ensure secrets remained intact. She stored the excess bananas Foster with care, yet felt another cascade of beads surround her, pulling her into the magic that enveloped the celebration. What mysteries swirled within the bead shower? What essence of secrets lingered, weaving through the night like whispers in the wind? Only time would unravel the tales hidden in this night of celebration, secrets, and enchanted bead showers. In the hushed twilight of a cozy home, Jessica meticulously checked on the preparations for the evening. With care, she made sure that the sweet bananas Foster and the vibrant cyan and red heart cake were tucked safely into cold storage, their rich aromas invoking a promise of indulgence for the morning ahead. As the fragrant treats settled into their chill, an unexpected voice pierced the calm. Melody's little guy stirred, startled by the firm tone that announced, "I work with kids, and I don't share secrets like this." Each word echoed with authority, as if guarding a treasure trove of hidden stories ready to unfold. The little boy's imagination soared, weaving images of clouds that stretched beyond the horizon. This was not merely a cloud, but a fantastical bridge connecting cities from Galicia to the distant realms of Australia and even Antarctica. His mind buzzed with the universality of childhood wonder and the secrets they cherished within. Jessica returned to find Miss Jenna looming, her presence unexpectedly dominating the space. "What do you think you're doing here?" Jessica's voice was steady yet protective. As tensions flared, Miss Jenna reiterated her intentions to instill the importance of trust and confidentiality in working with children, but Jessica would have none of it. With a determined tug, she guided Miss Jenna towards the door, restoring the evening's serenity. Once the door clicked shut, peace enveloped the home once more. Jessica knelt beside Melody's little guy, assuring him that everything was perfectly stored for the next day's festivities. "It's time for dreams and secrets," she whispered, pulling him into a world where imaginations roamed free among bead storms and shadowy mysteries. As they drifted off to sleep, the significance of the night deepened. Valentine's Day was burdensome not only with love, but also with the weight of secrets, the promise of revelations yet to come. The sparkles of twinkling beads echoed the thrilling anticipation in their hearts, each one containing a whisper of a story begging to be told. In their slumber, a sense of nostalgia washed over Jessica, reminiscent of Miss Choctaw's playful banter or the whimsical tales spun by Melody. The fabric of their dreams intertwined, a tapestry of laughter, warmth, and unspoken truths, a prelude to the secrets awaiting revelation.